Welcome to the second match in this Quadrangle series. This is a battle of green Australia versus Pakistan. I am going to be playing with Australia. We are going all around the world with this series now at the MCG and we are going to have a bat. The first match was a very weird match. It was low scoring, batsman struggle, and we ended up winning with India, but it wasn't really all that close. Let's go first ball, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Oh my god, how fast was that and how late was I? That ball nearly zipped over the keeper's head. This is one of the hardest pitches, so it's gonna bounce a lot. It's gonna come at some serious pace as well. But I'm sure we will be able to use it, or maybe not. This was probably even faster than the last one. The keeper had to jump to collect a good length delivery. That's full, and thankfully this time, even though I was late, I managed to get some bat on it, or my poor middle stump would have been knocked over on the ground. That's punched. First shot filled with authority. That was timed well, but couldn't find the gap. First run. Went for a pull, and for the fourth time in this over, I'm late, but we get a top edge and head gets off the mark with a boundary. Not intentionally, of course, but we'll still take it. Fielder at deep point. That's a very weird spot to have a fielder. Look at this for timing. There's some serious space, but when you get the timing right, the ball is absolutely flying off the face. Absolutely no one had a chance to do anything. That's a good looking drive, but I don't think it's gonna go away for 4. It won't. And we will come back for 2. Short and wide cut, and again some awesome timing, found the gap. Of course, the rare cut shot, and that too, finding the gap is even rarer. That's a good looking drive. I mean, shots through square have just flown, but drives in front of square haven't really gone away that fast, or they haven't even gone away for boundaries. A little late on that, but we are gonna get through. That was fast, that bounced, and that bounce probably saved me from an LBW. That shot again under edge, and we'll get through for another very quick run. Shot, I've gone aerial. There was a gap there, and I think I might have found it. No, even that will be stopped. Of course, this is a gigantic ground. That's full, some serious swing, and of course, every ball has been coming at some serious pace. That was a really good ball, lucky to not edge it. Gone away over covers, and it'll go away. One bounce for only the second lofted shot of the innings. It comes off inside. This was a horrible ball though, especially with all this pace. And if he gives me room, it can go because we have 10 wickets in hand. Room again. This time 8 has come off the middle, and we've cleared the biggest cricket ground in the world comfortably. That was a massive hit. First ball of spin, and we greet him with a sweep. That too against a full toss. What a wonderful start. I was gonna sweep no matter where he bowled. Ends up bowling a full toss, still does not matter. Pakistan have a whole lot of spinners in their attack. This was a much better ball, flat and fast. Still probably could have gone for the sweep, but it was way too far down the offside. Sweep again, and that'll be 4 as well. Again, awesome timing. That has been swept so hard. It's going down the leg side. They need like 2 fielders there, ASAP. This was unusually fast. I mean, that looked like a arm ball or something. It came at a ridiculous pace, and I couldn't even start my shot. Before that, the ball comes and gets the pads. We lose head 23 of 13. That was an entertaining innings. And this was fast as well. Very similar to our first wicket, but this time I think I'm down outside the line of the off stump. Wow, what is going on? Suddenly, oh, this is out. There's no way. But now I think even if I review it, it'll be out because umpire's call is on their side. This was once again very fast and flat. Just went straight on. No turn, no nothing. This will probably be umpire's call though. Let's see. Pitches in outside off. Impact is in line. It might be high. No, it is umpire's call. The ball is barely touching the bails, but well, we lose number 2. Inside edge, man, what has happened? We started off so well, but now it looks like we're going to lose a wicket every other ball. We'll get 2 at least. Still managed to score 6 runs, even though we struggled throughout. That is an absolutely beautiful googly, man. What's going on? We are crumbling against spin. That's the 3rd wicket. This has turned square from over the wicket. It was a googly and just kept turning. Hello Smith as well, and we are in some trouble. That is just inside the wide line, or was it? It looked like it was wide, but well, nothing's going our way now. And for a reverse sweep, even that doesn't work top edge, but thankfully it falls in no man's land. We can't play the conventional sweep because he's bowling on the wide line. Played it with the turn, yet another googly. Well, at least we managed to middle the ball somewhat. That has been very rare. Lights it up, room given. I could have gone after it, but we've lost 3 wickets in the span. I'm scoring like 15-20 runs, so can't really take too many risks. That too with these many fielders outside the ring. Edged. This was again flat. Mukim has become nearly impossible to play. Still scored a few runs thanks to those 2 wides and of course edges as well. When will this spin onslaught finish? And that's flighted up. Well, one somewhat loose ball, and even that was not that far away from cover. Barely timed that well enough to go over the infield. With the turn, it was over pitch, flighted up. Full toss. It is in the gap. He should be able to come back for 2. I think this was a pretty good over, especially against spin. 17 of 10. Just 1/4. That's what's most impressive. Look at this. I think I have been saved by a millimeter, because if it had missed the back leg, my stumps would have been done. Of course, this is not going to be LBW pitching outside leg. Flights it out. That's a good hit. But not good enough on any other ground. I think that would have been 6. I wanted to find the gap there between long off and cover, but I ended up hitting it straight to that fielder. And it was hit so well. But this ground is just unfair. It is huge. Inside edge, puts it down. Thank you for that. We would have been 78 for 5 after being 50 for no loss. And another edge. I don't know what kind of bats our batsmen are using, but we can't seem to find the middle. That almost was a run out as well. There it hit and probably would have been. What's going on? Where did Muthaiya Muralidharan come from? Well, comes in first ball and I edge it. I didn't even try to do anything fancy. It was just a normal drive to get off strike. What is going on? We are putting on one of the worst batting performances against spin. Again laid straight to that one fielder there. Could have hit it to his left or right and gotten a single, but nope. Lights it up, tried going after, nothing doing. Where did he come from? That was some really quick feeling. I had to put in the dive. That's a good hit, and I think it is in the gap as well. Boundaries have become so rare. Oh my god, even that is not going to be a boundary. In fact, it is going to be one run. What's going on anymore, man? That swept gets the top edge, and Superman over there doesn't even look at the ball and still ends up taking it. That is yet another unfair dismissal. That's got the back of the bat, I think. And we are 6 down. Edged. Well, at least this is in the gap. A lot of pace. Full toss, that's been flicked. And I don't think I need to worry about anything. That's gone a long way. It was a full toss, and at that pace, even moderately good timing, it probably would have been 6. Flicked again. This time it was a good Yorker. Still dug it out and hit it away for 4. Full toss. Is this going long enough? Yes, barely clears this big ground, but we will get 6. We're making somewhat of a comeback as soon as fast bowlers have come back in. Still have 11 balls left. That's not as well timed. It'll just be 1, I think. Yeah. Can we come back for 2? Yes, we will. Well, we have kicked the ball away and then we ran. Well, of course, we're going to do that now. We have barely any runs on the scoreboard. Full toss. This is going nowhere though. This is too fast. 152 Ks to that ball. And a simple catch at extra cover. That's a clean hit. And also it's in the gap. 1 bounce. Look at that for placement. And it looked like it was timed pretty well as well. Room. Have I found the gap? No, I'm not. I've not even hit it over that infielder's head, who's run back fast and somehow taken it. We lose another one against spin. Leading edge, but we're gonna have to get through here. This is our last chance to do something against spin. 3 balls left. Cummins has somehow gotten to 21. That's a big swing, but no connection, of course. Last ball of the innings. Can we end it with a boundary? That's hit well, but I think this might be caught. It won't be. We're going to come back for 2 or try to at least, and we will get through. 23 for Cummins. Is that going to be the difference? It's still a very low score. This tournament has been somewhat low scoring already. Hopefully we can have another low score here. Flick timed well, but it will be stopped. That was full. Let's try to go aerial. So far so good. 3 balls, 0, but we don't have a lot of spinners. There's also that. That's hit hard. Is it gonna be stopped? Of course it is. Now this big ground is gonna play to our advantage. That's a really good test match ball, but in T20s this is what happens. Walks across and picks it. That's another really good ball. Bat onto the pad. That's a clean hit. So far we've been so good, but of the 10th ball of the innings, the ball has disappeared. Good length and just hit such a long way. That's flicked. Is this a chance? Yes, it is. It's gonna be taken comfortably inside the ropes, a long way inside the ropes as well. We will pick up wicket number 1. The match is not over, not yet. Edged. Another ball floated up there and some swing as well. It's a no ball. This is just great. We have a grand total of 144 runs, and now we're going to give them free hits and no balls. Where's this going to go? Please be a dot ball. Full flicked. I think it'll just be 1. Well done. I'm going to come back for 2, but for free hits, that's not bad. Leading edge. Oh, no. Almost carried. Inside edge, and that is wicket number 2. 21 for 2. And the game is on. Still need 120, only 120, but we managed to pick up 2 here pretty early. Another 2, and this match is gonna get really interesting. Flaked. I don't think anyone's taking this. Yeah, as soon as he connected, it looked like he's gonna go for 6. That has come back in sharp. He's gonna hold his pose. I think he probably should have been running. They could have probably run an extra run if he wasn't standing there posing. Yeah, they would have run 3. But instead, we'll have a few awesome photographs. This is going a long, long, long way up. And it still might fall inside the ropes. No, it won't. That has gone a long way up. And in terms of distance as well. Hits it with the angle. That ball came in. We have a fielder very straight. Because of that, there's a gap there. That's been flaked. And another 6. He has played a slog through mid-wicket. That'll be another 4. Dealing in boundaries and 6s. We've only managed to pick up 2. That is nowhere near enough. Let's go first ball off spin. What was that shot? That looked so beautiful there. A little punch down the ground. It'll just be 1. That is a new shot for sure. Light it up. This is another big one. That shot almost looks exactly the same as this shot in cricket 2007. That's an off drive, and once again he's gonna hold his pose. Run, man, haven't you learned your lesson? This time they'll only get 1. That is not turned at all. It will go on 1 bounce. It was close. Run out, maybe? No. We are struggling here, really struggling. Comes charging down, missed time, but it's gonna fall in no man's land. And probably roll away for 4. Yeah. That fielder ran all the way, almost half the ground, and then ends up letting that one go for 4. That slog swept, and again that gap between mid-wicket and straight off. Even spin isn't working. The ball isn't turning at all for us. Is this a chance? Finally, this partnership is gonna end, but is this too little too late? If we can win from here, this is gonna be one of the most entertaining videos of all time. But the chances of that happening are so small. Edged and another one. 4 gone now. 2 in quick succession, just like the first 2. This match has got a little bit more interesting. Another wicket that looks so much like Shoaib Malik. Hit hard, ugly, unrealistic shot, but it will add 4 to the score. Goes big. We have a fielder there, but I think this is probably going to land outside the ground. Oh my god, that has hit the roof on this ground. I want to see how big this is. Probably at least 130 meters. Flicked. That's in the gap as well. Well, now I think it is all over. 32 only needed of 39. We needed 2 wickets here in this over. Now we're done with spin as well. That's it straight. 1 bounce into the fence it goes. Good length balls are not working at all, but neither are full deliveries or short balls. Inside edge, but it won't go back onto the stumps. If we could pick up another 2 wickets, still, I mean, something would be there, but first we need to pick up those 2 wickets. That's it. Is this a chance? He'll go on 1 bounce and they'll get through for a single. That's more than enough for them. Flicked. And will be taken inside the ropes. But this, I truly believe, is too little too late unless we get a hat trick or something. This is just not going to be enough. Inside out, please be another chance. It won't be. Ayub will get to 50 in style. 36 ball 55. That's hit down. That has gone through the bowler's chest. It'll still be stopped somehow. We've been very good in the field, but we weren't really very good with the bat, at least in the second half of the innings. That's hit straight. This is another ginormous hit. It'll fall way into the crowd, and Pakistan get this done pretty easily in the end. 4 overs to spare almost. They'll win by 5 wickets. And well, this was not close, not even close to being close. If you want to see these two teams in a different format, the hardest format in the game of cricket, click the video on screen. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 videos and updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.